Hey guys, it's Joy. Welcome back to Third Street Reactions. We are doing House of Dragon, episode 5. This is
Shane, her husband. Zachary.
We're excited to dive in.
It was a really action-packed episode. It was a well-loved episode. I guess it's a significant point in the books as well.
Well, with Aemon and Cole devising a plan.
Yeah, a good plan.
Instead of taking Harrenhal, which is what Aegon wanted,
yeah,
because it was just supposed to be like this big prize.
Yeah,
they decided that it'd be better to take. I think it was called Rookwood, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't remember the fucking name, but and it would be an easy prize. So their method, Cole was picking up reinforcements along the way. Mm-hmm. They're approaching the castle. They sent Rhaenys.
Yeah, they
had a debate over who was going to go.
Yeah, and I admire the fact that Rhaenyra wanted to step up, but it probably wasn't a good move.
No.
And Rhaenys is like, you have to ask me.
Yeah. And you know what? You know how Rhaenys was like, she caused a lot of damage. It looked like she did, to me it looked like she could have left. And then she like wanted to do more, and that's when Vhagar got her. You know what I mean? Because remember he came from below?
Yeah.
But before that, it looked like she was going, and she turned around to do more, and then Vhagar came from underneath. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn. Yeah. You know. But she's dead. I really love her character quite a bit, and now obviously Lord Corlys, we've got to deal with how he feels about the whole thing.
Yeah, he stepped up in the last episode and actually kind of wasn't it the last episode where he put those other lords in line, where they were all challenging Rhaenyra and how she wanted to run the war.
Yeah.
They're all bitching and complaining all the time and giving her hell, and then he was the other because they didn't respect her.
Yeah, and he was like, listen, he laid the smack down verbally, so to speak.
Yeah. He's also been trying to spend a lot of time with what we presume to be his bastard son.
Yeah.
And we also have Aemon, who went after his brother Aegon, injured him. Yeah. We thought he might have been dead, but he wasn't. He was just laying there, so we really don't exactly know what happened, so we're obviously going to find that out in this episode.
We also had the little conversation after. Was Aemon going to go for the kill?
No.
Yeah.
And, I don't think so. He's putting the sword away.
Yeah, and, so...
He did.
He doesn't want his brother dead, so he definitely wants to put him in a place where I think maybe he can rule instead of his brother then. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, he probably was... Obviously, he was willing to risk his brother dying.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not he'd kill him, he might be just as happy just watching him suffer as a vegetable.
Yeah.
For the remainder of his years.
Yeah.
But with Cole, seems like he's like over his fucking head.
At that moment, he's like,
over his head. He's just...
where's the king?
What's happening? And he's stuck in the middle of this fucking squabble.
Yeah.
Between two families, and now the family, the side of the family he chose is now squabbling internally as well.
Yeah. Both sides got pretty huge losses, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would argue the Black slightly more in terms of like...
Well, yeah, because Aegon wasn't contributing very much.
He wasn't contributing, but in terms of like how the optics... look for the people and everyone supporting Aegon, and there's, oh shit, the king got fucked. You know what I mean? So, guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, where can they go?
Patreon.
Yep, we have full-length reactions to this and all the things that we do. Let's jump in.
No.
Shit. Is this his keep right here?
Yeah, I'd say so. The throne doesn't look like Rhaenyra's.
I'm so sad.
The Driftwood throne.
She's gone.
Yeah.
He lost his soulmate. Oh.
When you get to a point when you're fighting someone else's war, do you think, why the fuck am I doing this?
Probably.
I know
she gave her life for it, so...
Yeah, and that is technically her aunt, too, right?
Yeah.
The traitor dragon Maylis! Slain at Brook's Rest!
Brook's Rest.
By your king!
Brook's Rest.
I was close.
Yeah, you were.
Little do they know that
have half his
the
head.
dragons are starting to decline as a species.
Is that his head?
I would say so.
My word, this is a black omen.
He got bit off, remember?
Oh, yes.
They might have finished the job, though.
Jeez.
I bit into its neck, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then she just dropped.
Oh.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Strange victory, if it was one.
Smuggling the king in, I bet.
Yep.
Oh, yes. Yes.
This guy.
What's that?
I don't know.
Hey!
New character.
I thought the dragons was gods.
Was he the guy at the bar?
Who said he was a bastard son?
Yeah.
I don't think that's
Or son, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember having white hair. Did he have white hair?
I don't.
It would make sense if he did.
It's just meat.
Wouldn't want to fucking eat that thing. Look at it.
The people in
It's burning up the fucking wagon.
Yeah. The people in Dragonheart did, though. Remember?
It's different then.
Meat!
Yeah.
Seek!
What are
I
they
can't.
What How are they gonna take those guys
Doesn't get any deeper.
down? They're just hanging there.
Oh well, they're served as examples to people.
So they stay up there and rot?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what the Romans did. It's pretty terrible.
That is awful.
Well, human life was not highly regarded back then.
Yeah, especially if you're low class, low born, as they say.
What's she looking at?
A dagger. And Aemon is carrying it right now when Aegon was the one that had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Let's see what kind of condition. He must be dead.
Nah.
Okay, then.
I mean, it would be interesting either way because they're smuggling his body in
Yeah.
because they don't want to reveal it. But I'd make more sense if he was just crippled up.
He's probably.
I just think we would know.
He's just he's a veggie. This is an episode of Veggie Tales.
Maybe he's dead. Fuck.
He's dead. Nope, he's not dead.
But the Maester's floating around.
They wouldn't.
No, he's
dead.
alive. Okay.
He's probably all charred up. Yeah, he's like Anakin.
It's like Anakin.
Oh,
Is he alive?
His grace remains with us for the moment.
Jesus.
Another guy don't want to count his toes.
I know.
Maybe standard procedure, I guess.
Doesn't have all his toes. That's not a good omen.
Oh shit.
What is that thing?
That is armor plating? Yeah. They're peeling the armor plating off of him. All the fabric must have been burned off and it's just been seared into his skin.
Yep.
He got some lettuce or something.
Lettuce?
Yeah, look like lettuce.
Oh, he's gonna get him some
Or
lettuce.
cabbage.
Get this man some lettuce.
What?
Ah, just thrown at him.
Oh! I can't look at burning flesh. I cannot. Make me want to throw up.
Dude, even that maester looked.
Oh!
Ain't looking good.
That's rough.
If you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
They don't have. They didn't
So
yell.
he's
Get her out of here. They didn't
so-
yell that back then, like they do in.
Is he out cold right now?
He's
He ain't cold, but he's out.
yeah.
Oh
What was
fuck!
that?
They're setting his knee. I think.
Blood or something.
Oh my goodness, his brother's the one who freaking did this to him. Why is he here?
Well, comes to
After-
gloat. Now is the time.
There's
for
the cabbage.
gloating.
See?
Not
Lettuce.
making fun of me now, are you, brother?
I'll see you in the whorehouse. Oh no.
Oh
no,
my
I won't.
gosh.
Not so pretty. No.
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
Oh. Lemon and salt.
Well, I figured lemon would only be out in Essos. I guess they would grow down south, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
The king. Sir Kristen, what befell him?
His Grace fought valiantly.
And Aemond?
I'm sure she's got little birds.
What was his part in this?
I could not say.
You mean you will not say?
Our largest dragon has been killed. Kristen Cole marches about the Crown Lands unchallenged. Dusken down. And Rook's Rest are gone.
This guy needs smacked.
They might not even know that the king took a loss.
Yeah.
He who has left us after some marital spat.
Off with your head.
Do you take issue with me, Sir Alfred?
Yes. Yes, I do.
My loyalty to you is proven, my queen.
Your loyalty, perhaps. But your willingness to give me deference in a time of war.
It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle.
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
Yep.
I mean, she's the one who probably got all the education and
Yeah.
too. I mean, objectively, she probably knows quite a bit. And I mean, they both don't have a lot of battle experience. We're talking about knowledge here. I mean, she was.
I mean, Damon has the most out of the fucking.
Yeah, he actually did fight.
If Aegon is dead, we will soon know it. 'Twould be a victory in name only. They will soon prop up another in its stead.
If we can strike King's Landing before their dragon is recovered.
Then I myself must do it.
My queen, you are the crown. Out of the question.
What would you have me do?
That would be me.
Out of the question.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
To Harren Hall. To treat with the Daemon. He must affirm his loyalty to my mother and report his standing.
And you think you will tame him, when the Queen herself could not?
My mother gladly sends you away. To scout, to fight. Whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled princeling. It's humiliating,
She
Baylor.
only protects you. You are the succession.
She's a different
I
actress,
must
I'm
be
pretty
seen
sure.
to act for her claim and mine. I can sit still no longer.
There's the Count Dooku cape going on.
Yeah, I like it.
The phrase.
You always buy them trays.
Crickenstark's greybeards are marching south. If his men had a direct route into the Riverlands, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act. I will treat with the phrase to secure it.
She will not like it.
Then don't tell her. Not until I'm away.
He could fucking die too. This is two sons like fucking Mel Gibson in The Patriot.
Oh God.
denounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. Bend the knee to me.
His armor looks pretty fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
I would sooner be the Lord of Bones and Cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood cunt and his hired dragon.
That is quite the impression, Lord Bracken. But alas, not an answer.
You gotta think of your men. Oh. What a hell of a way to... The defiance.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
You should have indulged them.
I need them alive.
Ooh.
Came here to raise swords, not corpses.
They are pig-headed, intransigent.
They would rather burn than succumb. Exactly the kind of men I need.
I like how it's like this existential thing for them. I can't believe they chose fire.
There are things the crown itself must not be seen to do.
Oh, it's like fucking Paddington.
Show them your worst.
Literally, it's two Patriot references, at least to me and you. We're the only ones who see them.
I'll take it.
I like Daemon here, actually.
Right.
The Eyrie itself is impregnable. Unless, of course, we're descended upon from the sky.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection. A dragon.
Then she has exceeded your terms. She sent 2.
Both still wet from the egg.
Who is this chick?
She's just a the lady of the Eyrie.
My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
The way they spoke at my small council today.
Do they hold you responsible for Rhaenys and her dragon?
I would rather they had. Oh, they would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
They betray their own smallness.
And war has ever been for men to make.
You are your father's chosen successor.
They did not prepare me to fight. If I had been a son, a sword thrust into my hand the moment I could walk. Instead, I was given my father's cup. I do not know my part, Massaria.
What you cannot do, let others do for you. There is more than one way to fight a war.
So both using other means.
Yeah. Asymmetrical warfare, man.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Reminds me of it, though.
Okay.
Why does she look so mad?
I think she looks determined.
Thought of her lying in a field, broken amongst her enemies.
Did your grandmother ever tell you of the night she claimed Melees?
She snuck into the dragon pit.
She knew that place better than any elder.
My father was furious. His own mother's dragon, the fastest beast ever known, and she'd have none of him. But bent her neck to Rhaenys. She was fierce.
That's cool.
In love and in anger. She did not always care for me, but for what she gave me in the end, I'm grateful.
I thought she gave her good advice when she was younger.
I think they were still kind of at odds.
Yeah.
But she was kind of a little shithead when she was younger.
Yeah.
Daemon, you were always the strong one.
Sister or something?
The finest sort.
I am. Yes, I was. I am good. I'm very good.
Yeah.
Viserys wasn't suited for the crown.
Who is this?
I don't know.
Woman.
I don't know who the chick is.
I've seen a lot of things I like, though.
Oh.
Blood.
Oh.
If only you'd been born first, my favorite son.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
His mom?
It's not cool anymore, Grandpa.
Okay.
Look at her.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not hungry. I believe Willem Blackwood is bringing House Bracken to heel. We must ready the castle to receive a great host. How does the work here progress?
He reminds me of Sam in a great, in all the good ways.
The roof alone has needed tending since the reign of Rhaenys, and the storerooms and the Wailing Tower.
Doesn't he?
The bats have made the corridors almost impassable with the quantity of their...
Their shit.
There's, of course, the matter of payment. After the tragedy that befell his father, Larys transferred his family's wealth to King's Landing.
Is there any gold left in your coffers?
Enough to keep this small establishment, you see, fed and warm, relatively. I rather thought your grace, as emissary to the Queen, perhaps she could provide the necessary coin, if you could only write to her.
No. Paranor is my command. I shall guarantee the payment myself.
That guy in the middle.
Very well, Your Grace.
You should address me as my king.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the queen?
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consul.
That last bit seems unnecessary, don't you think?
He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within.
I got X-rays back then.
Yeah.
We are grateful for your works, Grand Maester. Has he woken?
No. I'm not sure he will ever wake. I have plied my crafts to their fullest extent. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
I didn't do it.
She
pray to the gods,
something.
Mother. Shouldn't have come to the whole house.
The king cannot rule in his sleep. The realm will have noticed his absence. Let them hear of his great deeds at Rook's Rest. But now we must name a regent to take his place. Until he recovers.
A wise strategy, Your Grace. A regency will assure the people of the stability of the crown.
Get out of here,
Clubfoot
cocksucker.
motherfucker.
Yeah, God.
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemon.
Aemond is young, and his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly. Aemond is a fearsome dragon rider. His skill is best employed in the field, but my experience is needed here, at this table.
No offence was meant, Your Grace, but at a time when we must show strength.
Lord Laris.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemond.
Huh.
What would you say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning we raised up a woman of our own?
Aemond is the next in line.
Yep.
It must be him.
It's agreed then. It's kind of semantics, anyways. Like, you know what I mean? If
you kind of almost have to.
Yeah, you kind of have to. But if they were wise, he would heed the counsel of his mother and everyone else.
Yeah. But obviously, he's wanted this.
Yep.
We need little balls.
Yeah, what's up with the balls?
So you clack them.
What?
It's like a gavel.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
I don't fucking know. I'm guessing.
She's holding it all in. Does she not like her son or something?
No, I think everything's unraveling and no one will listen to her.
Yeah.
Kind of like Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Contrast.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
No one is to leave or enter save with our consent. Merchants, so forth.
What is she gonna say or do?
I think she'll say nothing.
What are your tasks? We shall meet again at first light. And someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
Okay.
I actually like that order.
I imagine it's not something he would have done.
No.
The city's safe no longer.
Here's dude.
Oh, it is him.
There is no food. Our neighbors are stealing from each other. We must get out.
And where would you have us go? For all we know, every road leads into the Dragon's Teeth.
Like the one they carted through the streets. You think Rhaenyra will let such an affront go unchallenged?
She's pretty.
Indeed.
We should make for Tumbleton.
Tumbleton.
My brother will have room.
You would have me turn beggar.
Oh, no.
He'd work for his place, though.
Yeah,
Instead.
I mean, you have a skill, yeah.
Have you been paid for those machines you were forced to build?
The king has promised payment.
The king has lied.
And then he died.
And he's dead.
So I think they just represent maybe what the common people are thinking, maybe.
By all means, stay and wait for his empty promises, husband. With them you can feed the mouths of ghosts.
Let go of your pride, man.
That's awful, though. The fucking plague, probably, but, you know, obviously.
Well, there's a blockade, a naval blockade.
Yeah.
So they're not getting any resources into the town. That's why all the fruit was fucking rotten and shit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how bad they smell?
Yeah.
Reeked.
Ugh.
I do.
Reminds you of the Japanese guys that were cleaning up those dead bodies after that cannon fire killed all those people.
That's like peasants.
Yeah.
Seeing faithfully to the Prince Regent's commands.
Aemond is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know what he is. Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What? What did you see?
There were men walking, they were on fire. We have given the war to the dragons. The dragon rider should lead us.
He's a little shaken up.
Yeah, you got PTSD, man.
Yeah.
And what of justice? Of temperance, or is strength now to be our only god? So you cast me aside.
Have I not spared you? What we must do now is terrible. Will you preside over it? Is this who you are, Alison?
I did not ask to be spared. And I did not give you leave to speak my name.
That's not how that works. I mean, I get it, but...
Imagine waving that around. I mean, I kind of like where he's at mentally. It's kind of
Well,
cool.
he's got fucking shell shock, man.
Yeah.
You're not gonna let them leave?
Once no one's letting them leave, yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what you get when you have a monopoly on violence.
Yeah, and obviously they don't have any weapons.
Meat! Who want meat? Oh,
she does not look good.
Not look good. She's like blue.
Our Lord Grover Tully has not declared for Rhaenyra. Means death to bear steel against your liege. I'm sure my prince is aware.
So is he ever
Look at him.
And against your queen.
Our hesitance does not lie in Rhaenyra as queen, nor in the ruminations of Lord Tully, the oaf. Our fear lies in Vhagar.
You fear a dragon, leagues away, when mine own sits outside your walls.
Come on, kid.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do. And the protection of my uncle.
Now you're making promises.
And Daemon, I'm sure, has consented to this?
He will do as his queen commands.
That does lend us some comfort.
What do you want?
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle. Does the Queen intend to raise up a new lord?
They want Aaron Hall.
What is this kid doing?
He's
Maybe nice
trying to be useful, but he's...
My mother will want more than your crossing.
What does her grace desire?
Bent knees.
If you're gonna give someone a fucking castle.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I mean, if he's able
to do that.
If he got it...
If he got it, good for him.
They might just fucking kill him. Like they do later. Fucking people.
Well, I feel like we would know if the phrases had a terrible
reputation
by the
throughout time.
Walter did, but
yeah.
Walter the Late, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting his hands dirty. That's kind of nice.
At some point, wouldn't you just think, okay, I'm just hearing shit?
I don't know what they thought back then, though. You know.
Yeah, but after you've seen all this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You would think that he's like, I'm going crazy.
And last night in my dream, I was fucking my mother. No, none of this makes sense.
We hear strange things from Brackenland, from Stonehenge, and Lambswold, and Moray.
There's news then.
No. What I hear in the wind.
Lady, you look and sound crazy.
Yeah. She does look crazy.
Well, they hired.
Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched, their wives carried away.
Ugh. War is a terrible thing.
This is not war. These are crimes against the innocent that any upright man would repudiate.
Surely you haven't mistaken me for an upright man. That fool Aegon is unlike to survive. The realm will suffer if Aemon One-Eye rules. You should pray you never meet him. He will cut you down soon as wish you good day.
I'd heard the same thing about you. But I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
She cannot succeed, Alice. Even if I willed it to be so, the people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. Who's better suited to it, the High Towers with their scheming, or Viserys' first true heir? When I take King's Landing, Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side.
He's already fucking done.
And if you lose?
Then I'll be dead, and none of this will be my problem.
Well, it's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
A message. Your
It's a weird
Grace.
thing for her to say.
I'm wondering if she's even there. Well, no, he's looking at her.
Fresh news from Stonehenge. The Blackwoods have overwhelmed the Brackens, and Lord Amos has pledged his banner to you. House Bracken is yours.
Call Sir Willem here so that I might congratulate him.
Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
Even the death of my wife does not content her. And she not asked enough of my house.
It is a sign of her great esteem.
But rejecting the position will compensate me for my loss.
Pledge your peace to King's Landing then. They will accept it most gleefully.
Rather, I would sail into the west and be lost.
You have done so before, at great cost to yourself and those who loved you. Rhaenys was not only your wife, she was a Targaryen princess, the queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will, in defense of her kin.
And she died.
She died as she would have wished to die, with honor,
Yeah.
in Dragonfire, the way my mother chose, and the way I myself wish to meet my end.
You people.
I grieve my grandmother who loved me, but I carry her on with me. I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished, as Rhaenys herself should have. You yourself may do as you see fit.
That was a nice talk.
Granddaughter, I would make you my heir.
I am blood and fire. Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
Well, you're kind of both, right?
I mean, once you're a Targaryen, I guess you're a Targaryen.
Yeah.
I was an asshole, I'm sorry.
Your Grace.
You were correct.
in saying our best hope of an army is with Daemon. And I have perhaps erred in waiting for him to prove himself.
Erred? Erred?
Yeah.
Erred.
Are you removing me from your council?
I will not deny you have tried my patience of late. Or that I would prefer a council more inclined to champion their queen. We cannot challenge King's Landing without the Riverlands. But I will not send a message by Raven for Daemon to disregard. I ask you to reason with him.
I don't think it's gonna work. I think she needs to go.
Find out his state of mind. And
I don't think Ralph was gonna die.
whether he means to raise a host for me or for himself.
He would not dare.
Have you known Daemon to lack in daring? Go now with haste.
Have you any message for him?
Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Yeah, I don't think the guy's gonna live. I don't know why.
No, he just seems like the kind of guy that would not live on in strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that he's been bitching at that council. He'll come there and not know really what to do, and
Yeah.
he'll kind of figure out that he's there to spy on him, and then he'll kill him.
Yep.
I think if Daemon killed him, though, it'd be like a hard line in the sand.
All right, he's gonna hallucinate and dream again.
Might be where things go, though. He's drawing a line already.
What is it, Sir Simon? Is the pudding now served? What godless hour is it?
The wolf. They're demanding to speak.
The
presently.
wolf.
Hour of the wolf.
What does that mean? Like what?
Probably the
Oh,
moon
just
is
like-
at its peak, maybe, and the wolves go out there and howl at it. I don't know.
So it's like midnight.
I would assume.
Grab my sword.
What are you doing here? I was trying to sleep.
Godless hour.
I wanted to dream of bullshit.
My mother I've never met.
Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed? Or shall I now begin your education?
There have been complications.
The sacred septs on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms. The livestock was stolen, and our peasants put to the
They
sword.
pursued the women and the children. There were works of barbarity.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands.
His ex-wife.
Have you looked after our girls?
His dead wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it kind of just left him.
He's like, I hate this place. Haunted. It's like The Shining. He's driven mad by the fucking ghosts he's seeing.
The Riverlands are an ancient place, watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new. Dragon or no, we shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
That's not good.
No, old Damon's kind of playing backfiring on him.
But eventually something good, I think, has to come out of him being here.
I don't know. Maybe he'll just go mad, like Daenerys did.
I think Red would be a little more expensive back then.
Mm-hmm. For the dye and everything.
Yeah.
Move along, lass.
I have an errand for the Lady Missaria.
I thought she was dead.
Would she die without collecting her due? I must see an old friend.
I'm taking this one.
You know why.
Alfie.
It's true.
He shows up on the fucking heels of those river lords telling him that they don't want his shit.
Yeah.
That's what's about to go down.
What the hell is that?
Oh, Corvus. Oh yeah, that's the pen for the hand.
I think his granddaughter got to him, though. I think.
Oh yeah, spoke reasoned to him,
Mhm.
reasoned with him.
Amen.
It's a cool shot.
Yeah.
He seems very small in the foreground.
Was it worth the price?
Oh. Okay.
He's got an intense stare because
He
of how
was-
his facial structure
he
is.
really does, yeah.
I feel like Aemon looks older than Aegon.
He does.
Yeah. I think he just has a baby face.
Yeah.
Mummy.
It's kind of sad.
Visenya,
Vhagar's first rider, and the first wielder of Dark Sister.
I hope you do not mean to use her as an example.
Why shouldn't I?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Tell him what you've done.
What is the mood at the twins? Did his lordship quibble?
Quibble?
He wishes for the phrase to be granted Harrenhal at war's end, assuming.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Then why do you look angry?
You chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine, my lord, I'm a dragon rider as well, with a war being fought over my ascension. And yet I must wait here, Even you've managed to do your part.
You are the queen, the tie that binds us. No harm can come
And
to
you
you.
are my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
You do not give me leave to go to anything.
Your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar is looted? Aemond will not wait long to press his advantage, and then what? I have done all I can from here, sent my messages, invoked my alliances. But if all else fails, it is I who must fight. Vhagar is big, but Syrax is quicker.
So was Meleys.
Meleys fought 2 dragons, and one of them is slain.
Yeah.
Shall I fight for my birthright, or shall I wait here until we are all destroyed?
I kind of get it too.
No.
I see both ways.
We have no dearth of dragons. We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing, and they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only they had riders, none could stand against me.
There are those of our line who never ruled, those who married into other noble houses, their children born with other names.
A dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it.
Dude, that's a peasant and fucking...
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you suggesting we put a Malister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
I don't know if I'd have that.
Yeah.
Would you?
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it. It's a mad thought.
It's mad to me, I think.
Well, they run out of options, man.
I know.
They don't have any field armies. They kind of have one around Harrenhal.
Yeah. Now, because in my ignorance and haste, I did not do a Q&A.
What look did your mom have on her face when she realized her son was a complete failure?
Yep, no answers to give.
Yep, but I thought it was a productive episode. It just
it was good.
Yeah.
Didn't have the great flamboyant action. It was more
intrigue. It was slow in a good way, I think. Yeah. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, it opened us up with Corlys, who was really sad about his wife's passing.
Yeah, I liked everything I got in his scenes quite a bit.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, discussion with his granddaughter.
Yeah, I also completely understand how he feels. Like,
his family, he's taking everything.
Yeah,
now they want more.
Yeah, both his kids killed. Or, you know what I mean, and wife killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he's probably thinking, "What the hell did I get myself into?" He just wants to just go out in the sea and do his thing. I get it.
Yeah, he wants the freedom.
Yeah,
freedom of the sea.
Yeah,
he's not getting it.
Nope.
But yeah, I like the conversation he had with his granddaughter.
Well, he's talking about also naming his heir. He wanted his granddaughter to do it. She told him not to. It's probably going to end up being Alan.
Oh.
Who?
Alan.
His
Isn't that his
son.
name?
Mm-hmm.
His bastard son
Mm-hmm.
that Rhaenys told him to elevate
Yeah.
with honor.
I forgot about that.
And they kind of talk awkwardly at the docks.
Yes. She's like,
Well, we
She
don't
touches
know.
his
Do
face
we
and
know
goes,
for sure if it's his bastard
I
son?
know your face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
think it's
I mean that was my theory, but
implied.
might be.
Yeah, but the fact that his granddaughter denied him, and that was the guy he was talking to, and he's like, "You saved my life." He's like, "I was just doing my duty," and I kind of
Yeah, so narratively, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I think that's probably right then. Okay, and Jace went out and did a good thing.
He did.
Yes.
Yeah, he actually had some good diplomacy, and
Yeah.
he made promises for Daemon that Daemon is not sworn to keep.
Yeah, and
the Daemon
does he
probably-
have the authority to say, "All right, I'll give you Harrenhal"? You think like?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, how is he able to do that if David's
Well, I
already...
mean, he might hear their demands, say, "Look, I can provide this right now. And
Yeah.
you need to provide this."
If I found out otherwise, I'm gonna send you a raven. Yeah, I guess. All right, and Aegon is alive.
Just so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's gonna die now. Do you?
But he's not able to do anything because he's in a coma. He just said, "Mummy."
Yeah.
Mummy.
Yeah.
He talked.
Yeah, I think talking is, to me, on the road to recovery more than how he was.
Yeah.
He's in pretty shitty shape.
I mean, I don't know what the show looks like. Him.
He might be
recovered,
he might come
all
alive.
burn up. So
he might play enough of a part to reveal that Aemon did it to him.
Yes.
Oh, you think he'll get killed?
No.
Or just die, succumb to his wounds?
Maybe, or maybe he'll pass that along to Alicent or somebody else of importance, and maybe that kind of infighting on the green side will be their undoing. Because right now they're in a position of strength.
Yeah. Yeah. No, okay, so what do we think of Kristen Cole?
I mean, it seems like he's just stuck between a rock and a hard place, and well, he also has shell shock, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I never thought I'd see him in a position where he's shell-shocked, so it was kind of cool. And obviously his allegiance to Alicent and to the crown,
Yeah.
or what's best for the crown. I mean, I know he's literally right. It should be Aemond.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know. I think there's understanding between everyone who sat on that council that the king was young anyways and inexperienced, so he should have listened to this council. And now once again but this council thinks it should be Aemond.
Yeah.
So
voted Allison out basically. And
Pretty
she
much.
was sitting there basically about to go crazy.
She did say something funny to him. She said, "Where's your loyalty? Does it just waver when the sun rises?"
Yeah.
You flee like a moth.
Wait, see, we don't say stuff like that anymore. Like,
no, we have a lot more direct and kind of like terse insults.
yeah, but it's almost like poetic to use that analogy a little bit.
Well,
Using
I'm
animals.
sure some snobby rich folk actually, get in there with some wordplay.
Yeah.
Most blue collar people are like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't really get too extravagant with it.
Yeah.
Your mom's a whore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I know I did say during the reaction the way Rhaenyra, the way their council treated her, the fact that she was a girl, but she probably has all the education. Now, she did say in the episode that her father didn't put a sword in her hand.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that disqualifies her from ruling,
She said
for
she
sure.
put a cup in my hand instead.
Yeah, and she admits as much, though, to Alfred later in their private conversations. Like,
Yeah.
Look, I get it.
Yeah, I think it actually is a sensible thing for the show to do that, to make it so Rhaenyra isn't completely equipped.
Yeah, which she also made the point, though, in their first meeting, like, you're not equipped either.
Yeah.
You guys haven't seen battle.
Yeah.
So it's not like they might know how to swing a sword around.
I know the names
and
of-
spar.
Yeah.
But they have not been in battle.
Yeah.
Any more than she has. And obviously we've seen how that's affected Cole.
Yeah.
Cole is not like one of these bloodthirsty inbreds.
No, he's not like
just
Daemon.
flying around, burning people up, and just
Yeah.
fucking annihilating everybody.
Right.
And Rhaenys, we can assume, obviously had some control over her nerve.
Yeah.
Or has
She was experienced.
outstanding control.
Yeah, she was experienced and everything else.
Damon, it's the same.
Yeah.
Corlys has seen battle.
Yeah.
So, man, there are definitely some experienced people
Yeah.
on that side. And not everybody is an infant in war, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
Damon on screen is kind of the one that seems the most to have the actual real battle experience. This might have been one of my favorite episodes with him. What'd you think?
It was.
Yeah.
Well,
he has some of the funny scenes too. Go ahead, sorry.
like the one he was like,
Yeah.
he pointed at. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But just like you guys were saying, like, how has he not realized he's like hallucinating and stuff yet? Like,
I think part of it he has. It's just that.
But
How do you handle the situation
Right.
when you need to be there?
Yeah.
To gather your forces.
Yeah.
But the place is obviously fucking with you. And
Yeah.
he's probably thinking it's the witch, but then the witch obviously has some kind of, made an impression on him
Yes.
because he's treating with her, he's talking to her.
Yeah, but that one guy noticed her.
Yep.
I thought, right?
I didn't say she wasn't
okay.
there.
Right.
I'm just
Okay.
saying
Right.
that she's made an impression
Right.
on him. Like,
Yeah.
otherwise, he's like, get the fuck out of here,
right?
wench.
True.
Yeah.
Stop haunting me.
But
Yeah.
he is listening to her.
Yeah.
Like he's having conversations with
And
her.
she's even back-talked him a few times. And
Isn't it a shame you never knew your mother?
Yes.
So is he just imagining having sex with his mom?
Well, yeah.
But I thought it was odd that she said that.
Well, she might know. Evidently she's a witch. He called her a witch in the last episode.
Yeah.
And he could be drinking something that she's making, some kind
Yeah,
of
if she's like working in
or-
the shit fucking,
Yeah.
like she's a scullery maid and she's working in the the
Okay.
kitchen. She might be
Okay.
fucking putting shit in his drinks.
That was an odd scene, but I imagine
Putting shrooms in there and he's like tripping.
Yeah. I imagine Targaryens, they might fantasize about being with their own because it's just what they do. It's
Or
like
incest.
they grow up knowing that they will wed someone, and I think the idea of incest is just foreign to them. You know?
All the options are in house.
Yeah, but like even in nature, there's no really desire that mammals have to breed with their males don't have the desire to breed with their mothers normally. They
I don't
always
know. Dogs and cats do that shit. So.
I know dogs and cats will do their siblings if they're in proximity, but I know like males normally will they'll push the barrier that is out to find others. So
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want to have sex with my mom. So I feel like
Well, no, that's why fucking Back to the Future was so goddamn uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
But okay, so obviously the monopoly on violence plays a part here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talk about the King's Landing.
Yeah. where they're just, obviously the peasants can't do shit about their circumstances because, hey, even if you did kill the guys in front of you, the guys behind you are going to ride out and kill your ass as an example.
Yeah, this is a problem when citizens can't defend themselves.
Agreed.
So, yeah, that's a good example of it.
Yes. They're trying to escape and they can't.
Yeah. The idea is, well, you should trust your government. Well, no, you can't always trust your government.
Fuck no. Never trust your government. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah.
The fucking peasant guy that's a Targaryen.
Do we know his name yet?
Oh.
It might have been revealed in that one episode where he was in the bar.
Yep.
But I don't remember it.
He's going to play a part in riding the dragon.
Hell of a thing if they found his name in the...
They're going to.
Well, no, would they find a bastard's name?
They probably wouldn't. That guy's not going to write that down.
Yeah, we'll leave him out.
I slept with this one woman. She was lovely. Her name was Liza.
Yeah.
And King's Landing, 802.
Yeah. But how much you want to bet that at some point we'll see him on a dragon?
He's going to be on a dragon.
I don't know. I have a feeling, though, that he's being raised up for a part because he's got the... What would you have me do? Be a beggar and everything?
Right.
Yeah.
He's claimed to be one, a Targaryen. Like, he does have the hair. And all that shit.
Does have the hair.
I have a feeling that because of their pursuit for dragon riders, more than likely, because that one chick they sent there on behalf of that Whisperer lady, that she's on there for a mission.
The Whisperer lady's name is Mysteria.
Yes.
I wrote her name down.
Lady M.
Aren't you so proud of me?
I am.
Lady M.
Yes.
She sent Little Red Riding Hood to King's Landing.
Yeah.
And she's going to go in there for a mission, whatever that may be.
Yes. And her name is Alinda.
Okay. Alinda, you are correct.
Yeah.
Because that one chick saw her at the door.
Yes.
So maybe that'll come part to play and she'll run into this guy.
Settle down.
What?
She's doing a good job.
She is.
I'm like, I gotta write these
I
names
didn't write
down.
those fucking names down.
Well, I just, I just want to have the names down.
I'm doing my part.
How do we feel about Daemon threatening bend the knee or get the fire?
Oh.
And those people were like, fuck it. We'll take the fire.
Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like anybody that said, fuck you.
Yeah.
Wait, so I didn't understand that part. So he did kill them with the dragon?
He did not.
He did not. He sent that other guy to do dirty deeds in their town and take their women and children and burn down their altars.
So they didn't show any of that stuff, but they just did it.
That's why those river lords showed up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but it's
like, hey!
Yes.
It's interesting because he acts shocked.
Yes.
In a way where it looked like he wasn't acting shocked. Was the idea of the atrocity just...
Well, once they threw that shit about the kid's head being cut off in his face, that's when he's like...
Okay, and that's
the
idea of the atrocities.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea of the atrocities to him. Yeah. I mean, he didn't exactly say cut little kids' heads off either. He said do things at the crown.
But when they brought up the fact
about
that and his reputation,
and
then they're like, we're not going to bend the knee to a tyrant.
Yeah,
so
I agree with him.
Well, even that witch said that he's no better. She's heard that he's no better than Aemond.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he said even one eye becomes king. The realm's going to suffer for it.
He called him that. It was kind of funny.
I completely understand their plight, and I think Damon needs to rectify the situation. I hope he does because I like him. He had some of my favorite stuff in this season, in this particular episode for him. I like the conversation he was having. I really thought they would have been the knee.
Yeah.
Like he was pondering morale. He was pondering their decision a little bit.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of man I need.
Yeah, and I thought that was a funny line too.
Mm-hmm. But so it's like the witch said to him later, though, is like you're going to have them serving you because they hate you and they've been pressed to do it.
And she's right. So it
isn't like they might do it now because their women and children are at risk, but that doesn't mean they won't turn on them later.
Yeah. So every time Game of Thrones, what is any kind of Westeros show puts me in this corner, I do believe Daemon will find a way to not be hated and to right his wrongs.
I feel like that's coming too.
I hope he does. If he just goes mad or something and dies at the season, that would suck.
Yeah.
Considering it feels like they've contributed a lot to his story and they've shown him a lot,
and Rhaenyra sent Sir Alfred, so he was on horseback with some men going over there.
Yeah,
but he might just be killed.
I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be the guy to convince Daemon.
Well, no. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just saying for the plot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's that.
Yes.
So that will conversation that will happen.
Yep, that will happen.
Well, he also is aware of the queen's mistrust.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that might end up being let out of the bag, so to speak.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you think he means to raise his own banner?
He said he would.
I know, but do you think he will? Like, do you think when it comes down to it, think he will?
I don't know. I mean, he's definitely made his intentions clear to that Strong. What the hell his name was, or whatever the fuck.
When he said, but I just
Sir Simon.
It's not something. Yeah, it's not in writing yet, and I think he has said he said similar things when Rhaenyra was still young, like a young princess. I just think well, this is my hope, that that's just always going to be kind of his struggle, and I hope it gets to a point like we see in GOT where he says, all right, like I can't rule it has to be you. You know what I mean? Like, I hope. Maybe not, though. Maybe they'll give me something cool with him if he decides to raise his own banner. I hope he does it for the story. I want them to unite. If anything, the Greens were at least appeared united. But now obviously the infighting and Aegon and Aemon, that stuff.
They did introduce a new character, Lady of the Eyrie. She was having the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I don't know the chick's name, but...
Yeah.
Is that Bela?
Oh, Bela.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, so they introduced her.
Mm-hmm. And, I don't know where that storyline's going to go, but...
Right.
Obviously, they want to make sure she's loyal as long as she has her dragon or whatever. Okay, I don't got anything else. It really moved the plot, but it wasn't a huge crazy moment. So.
Well, we had that in the last episode. Though.
Yes,
you can't.
Yeah, you can't have every episode.
Yeah, you can't be toppling them left and right.
Yeah.
You guys think Otto is going to come back at some point, or that because Alicent's getting pushed out of the council, that she'll go back to her dad?
Yes, I think so.
I hope he does, just because I like the actor. So he's one of the best on screen. Like his performance.
The only one that thinks rationally.
A little reasonable.
Yeah, he's just so great to see. Even when he's wrong, I like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
I think it's coming though, because she's getting pushed out, and
yeah,
she's probably thinking, "What would my dad do?"
Yeah. Well, sometimes these Westeros shows, they give us like a promise of like a conversation, or like he said, "Oh, you will come to regret this." But if Aegon dies, there will be no situation to where between him and his grandfather. Any kind of like, oh, I did regret it, or his grandfather wouldn't gloat, but the idea that his grandfather would see that Aegon regretted it, you know what I mean? Yep. So I hope he comes back as soon as possible and in as many episodes as he can be. That's just how I feel. I know, I liked it, loved the show, obviously. So guys, we're out of here. See you next week. Much love.